Hi guys, welcome to my December videos. This is Pisces Priestess, and for any of those that are new joining my channel, I want to thank you. And I also want to thank you guys for the last time I checked, there was 347 followers, and that is just so amazing to me. Now I'm aware that that's a small number. Some tarot readers have, well, I guess YouTube readers, some YouTube people YouTubers, they have millions of followers, but I'm in my corner of the world. I'm one person. This is my story, and I can't believe that there are over 300 people who watch my videos and care about my messages, and that to me is just the best thing. I never thought that this would take off so fast, so I want to thank each and every one of you for for subscribing to my channel. It means so much to me. Your comments mean so much, guys. And here I am in December recording the videos for you now. And, part of me can't believe it. Part of me is like, it's December, So, and it is an intense month indeed. We are in Sagittarius season this month. And at the end of the month, we will be entering in Capricorn season. Now, this month is all about, I would say the first half of the month is all about communication. It's all about enlightening truth. It's all about our beliefs. It's all about our higher knowledge. And I say this because we have a third house and a ninth house opposition. Every month we have, the moon has a chance to be full in light, and it has a chance to be completely absent in light. So we call that a full moon and a new moon. The new moon is going to be happening in a few days on the 18th, and it's going to be a new moon in Sagittarius. We had the full moon already. So if you're watching this, we experienced a full moon on the December 3rd. And you guys know me, I like to cover the astrology in my intro videos, and we'll talk a little bit more about some things that apply to the individual signs in the videos. So the first thing that really happened in December was that full moon. That full moon completely changed my life. It was very enlightening. It was a very mutable moon. We always have a mutable moon before we have a cardinal moon. And that's very interesting. I am a mutable sign. The mutable signs are Virgo, Pisces, Gemini, and Sagittarius. We're in a mutable season, okay? And it makes sense why mutable would come before cardinal, because mutable signs are all about change. It's all about adaptability. So a lot of people don't realize this, but whatever season we're in, it kind of flows with that kind of change. So when we reach a mutable signs represent the end. We start out with Aries, and then we go, that's a cardinal, and then we go to Taurus, and that's fixed. And then we move to Gemini, and that is mutable. And then there's 3. And then we start again to Cancer, and that will be a cardinal. So we've reached Sagittarius season, and that means that it's like a cycle almost that's ending. And it makes sense that it's mutable, because in order to create action, which is what a cardinal sign would be, and that would be Capricorn energy coming in, we had to initiate change. You can't apply action to something before changing, okay? You have to make the decision to change before you can, make action towards something. So that's how our universe works, and right now it's a time for change. Everybody's changing in so many different ways. You thought that was just in Scorpio season, huh? But it's definitely kicking off here in Sagittarius season. Another thing is, around this time of year, there's a lot of other changes happening as well. We come up on the winter solstice, and that's the shortest day of the year. Very, very powerful day of the year. That would be on the 21st. Some people consider it to be on the 22nd. But I would say the 21st is the winter solstice. Now, we're jumping a little bit ahead. We have a few things happening before that. So we covered the full moon in Gemini. So that was completions, and that's happening in different areas of our life, you guys. I'll talk a little bit about that in the videos here. And then we had a Mercury retrograde on the same day as the Gemini full moon. I'm sure if you watch other readers, they're talking about this as well. It's very interesting because Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So for Mercury to go retrograde on the same day as a Gemini full moon, very significant. We had that. It's been retrograde for a couple weeks now, week and a half, and it will go back direct on the 22nd, okay? Then, of course, I wanted to mention on the 18th, we have a Sagittarius stellium in the sky. Okay, that's very important in different areas of our life, guys. Very important to know where Sagittarius is for us. For example, for me, a Pisces, Sagittarius is my 10th house. Okay, so that's all about career, it's all about long-term goals, things like that. So it's wise to know where Sagittarius falls in your chart and also in your personal chart. In my personal chart, Sagittarius falls in my 12th house, in my 11th house. So there's going to be a stellium there for me, and well, for us. And what a stellium is when three or more planets are coupled together in the sky. So on that day, okay, especially very, very important for Sagittarius, but very important for all of us because we're all under the same universe. We all connected to the same light. And, you know, this is going to be very, very important for us. All about our beliefs, all about higher knowledge, even travel, philosophy. So we're going to have the sun in Sagittarius on the 18th. We're going to have the moon. We're going to have Saturn. We're going to have Venus. And we're also going to have, what is that last planet? Mercury? It might be Mercury. But I know that there are 5 planets. It is Mercury. It is Mercury. Mercury is going to be in Sagittarius until... I know it moves into Capricorn, but it might not move into Capricorn this month. I'm not sure. So it will be Mercury though. I don't have here that Mercury's moving right now. So there's going to be that powerful stellium in Sagittarius. I wanted to mention that to you guys. We had Chiron go direct in Pisces. Very, very important. Moving forward with pain. Whereas before we were dealing with a lot of past pain. So now this is the chance to heal ourselves in the moment. We went back into the past for a really long time to heal past wounds, okay? That's the wounded healer, Chiron. We had Mars enter Scorpio on the 9th. We have a Saturn entering Capricorn. Okay, that is one of the most, I would say one of the most important astrological aspects this month, okay? We all have Capricorn in a different spot in our chart, you guys, but Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is coming home, all right? I'm going to try my best to do Saturn videos. I think I'm going to schedule them in around, because I never do my videos before around the 15th. I like the month to take its course for a couple months. That way I can work with the energy. I can feel what's already happened. It comes out in my readings. We could talk about what's happening now, and then we can talk about what's going to happen. So a past, present, and future type of thing. With that being said, I'll probably wait for Saturn to be in Capricorn for about a week. And at the same time, I have a Cap rising, so I believe I'm going to be doing a lot of meditations and just initiations with my ruling planet. So yeah, I'll probably be able to get to those Saturn videos beginning of January, I want to say. Okay, so be on the lookout for my Saturn videos. I'm going to record what I think Saturn means in astrology and what I think Saturn will be doing. We're all going to have our karma shift. Saturn is the lord of karma. So, you know, instead of it being in the 9th house of Sagittarius, it's going to move into Capricorn, the 10th house, but it's a different house for all of us. So, after that, Saturn moves into Capricorn. I mean, it's like boom, boom, boom. 18th, we have a new moon. 19th, we have Saturn moving into Capricorn. 21st, we have a winter solstice. The sun moves into Capricorn the 21st too. On the 25th, Venus moves into Capricorn. And, of course, for those of you who celebrate Christmas, that would be Christmas there. And then we have a happy numerology year. I myself, as an astrologer, I consider the new year to start on March 20th when the sun enters Aries. Yay! That will be that's when the whole universe shifts paradoxes, right? But numerology has a factor here. So instead of 2017, universal year 1, and I should do a whole video on universal year 1. Our universe has these 10-year cycles, right? And 2017 was a brand new cycle. It was a universal year 1. And I'm not hearing a lot of astrologers talking about that. So I might do my best to put out a video soon about that as well. Perhaps at the end of January when we're in a universal year 2. So, you know, we're officially initiating, and we've ended the first chapter to a new cycle, and then we'll be entering chapter 2, universal year 2. Also, I do believe next month we have an Aquarius eclipse. I did put that down here at the bottom, but I believe I will talk about that a little bit more next month. And another thing I didn't put here is around the 19th, when Saturn moves into Capricorn, we're also going to be on the cusp of prophecy, okay? Very powerful cusp. And I believe it would end on the 25th when Venus enters Capricorn. So very powerful month. That was just a little bit of my basic notes. I don't want to make this intro video too long because my videos, guys, are pretty long this month. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the readings that what you can look forward to in my video. So this month I wanted to do a 9-card spread because Sagittarius is the 9th sign. I'm using, I guess I should have got these out before, but I'm using my Indigo Angel deck. I thought that was so beautiful. Sagittarius is such a light sign. You know, they are the mutable fire sign, very, very light sign, very, very light energy. So I'm going to be using my Indigo Angel deck to get the first 9 cards, and then of course I'll be using the original Wider Ray Tarot. Kind of as clarifiers, but as more so as an extension, just to get a better idea of what the energies have been. I've done a few readings. Sorry guys, my voice is a little cracky, but I've done a few readings already, and they are very powerful, very, very powerful. They're a little bit longer because obviously there's 9 cards, and then I put 9 cards over that, so 9 plus 9 is 18, 8 plus 1 is 9. So I thought that was very beautiful to have some numerology playing. I like to have a theme sometimes, so I have this kind of 18 card spread this month, guys. It's a lot of cards, but it's what do you expect with this? Is kind of a, what these readings are becoming is kind of an overlook of the whole year. Okay, there's a lot of energy coming up, and it's because I'm a Pisces. You know, I represent the last house of the zodiac, so 12 is a very powerful number for me. You know, I didn't even really realize that, but we're in the 12th month. Spirit works in 12s a lot, and it's because 1 plus 2 is 3, and Spirit works in trinities. So this is a very powerful month numerology wise. The 12th of this month, 12/12, was a very powerful day as well. So we're really, really coming up on the end of a cycle here, guys, and December is what is the symbols behind that. It's kind of symbolic for that. So that's what I'm doing for the readings. And also I want to thank Capricorn and Sagittarius because I was looking, I wanted to start doing kind of some giveaways type of things, making my readings a little special. So I looked, I'm not sure how it is now, but I looked about the beginning of January. I looked at my videos, checked the feedback, and Capricorn had the most likes. Sagittarius had the most views. So I will be pulling an extra card for your guys' reading this month, and it's going to be from the Wisdom of the House of Knights. I figured, you know, that would be a nice, because these cards here really cover some hidden energies. It's all about the night and what's hidden, and since there's so much light going on, you know, it might be nice to know what's behind the scenes. So Sagittarius, Capricorn, thank you so much for liking my videos and for, you know, viewing my videos. It kind of worked out because this is your guys' birthday month, so happy birthday. This is my present to you. And next month we'll see who has the most views and who has the most likes, and I will do something fun with that. Also guys, I am adding sage this month to my videos. I have incense and I have sage. I think incense are a very, very powerful method of honoring the air element and honoring the fire element. Incense are air and fire, and that's exactly what we're dealing with this month, is Sagittarius, a fire sign, and air, Gemini. So I'm working with incense for everybody. That's for all the videos. I thought about maybe having that as my giveaway, like maybe some videos have an incense, but actually I'm just in need. These are very powerful energies this month, guys. I'm tapping into a lot of things behind the scenes. You know, I'm going to get some very powerful messages out here so that we could head into our new year, so we can head into 2018, I should say, with clear intent. There's been a lot that's happened this year. 2017 was an extremely enlightening year for me, and I hope it was for you guys too. Now, enlightening isn't always easy. It can be very hard to wake up to the truth and to see things that you didn't see before. So, excuse me, my throat chakra. But yeah, it can be very, very intense waking up to all these things. And I think we've come a long way. I think it's been extremely transforming, and I'm actually very proud of all of us, especially those of us who went inside, went inwards, and done the work needed. Those people, we're really going to be rewarded this month. We're really going to be rewarded next year, okay? So I do think that that's all, guys. Those are the readings I'm doing. I'm really excited to get the rest of them done. Very, very, very special, powerful messages. And other than that, you guys, we made it. It's the end of the year. I can't believe it. But I hope you have the rest of the, I don't know what time, when you guys are going to be watching this, but I hope you have the rest of the great, I always can't say that part. I hope you have, I hope the rest of your month is great. Okay, this is what I mean. There's a lot of energies. It's a lot to cover, but I'm going to do my best to just, you know, go with the flow. That's what's best for me. And, you know, maybe that will be what's best for you too, especially with all these energies going on here. Okay. I do hope you enjoy your readings this month, and I hope you enjoy your holiday and your new year. And other than that, I will talk to you guys next year. See you later. Hi Virgo, welcome to your December video. So we have a lot going on. Long videos, and I know Virgo, you guys be having to work, and you guys are, you appreciate things that don't take too long. But this is a longer video, but I promise you these are very powerful messages this month for you. So if you can hang in there, we're going to talk a little bit about some astrology, and then we're going to jump right into your 18 card spread. So December is all about your 4th house and your 10th house. And it's because we have a 4th house moon for you full. No, we have a 4th house new moon for you. And then I wonder if, I thought I had like makeup or something on me. The details, right? Well, anyways, so you had a 4th house moon, new moon, but the full moon is what's happening in your 10th house. Okay, and that's why I was confused, because it happened first. So that is all about your home environment. That's all about emotional security, Virgo. That's all about emotional stability. It's about your emotional environment. Okay, that's the house of Cancer, and the 10th house is the house of Capricorn. All right. So that's what December is looking like for you. So these are going to be messages about your 4th house. There are all kinds of messages, but you want to relate them to anything that has to do with your home environment, or anything that has to do with your career, Virgo. The 10th house is all about career and long-term goals, and you know, your legacy. All right, so those are the things that are coming up for you in December. On the 3rd, we had a full moon in your 10th house. So a full moon in your 10th house can mean the completions or new beginnings of certain career related things, or it could be the completion or new beginnings in certain long-term goals that you have. You guys could be completing a certain cycle of your legacy, okay, and then initiating the new steps needed to fulfill your further legacy. We're going to get into the reading, and we'll know a little bit more about that, because, you know, there's so many of you that it could be in different ways. But for the basic examples, you know, there could be new jobs coming in December, new promotions coming, or at least talking about those things, new careers, and it doesn't have to mean that you're changing jobs. It just means that there's little changes that are happening in your career. This could be just you starting to think of a new job or a new career. And I know Virgo is a very working sign. You guys are the 6th house of lifestyle, and part of lifestyle is work, right? So there is a need here to reflect a little bit on your career. How are you guys feeling about your job and about your career? You know, you might start thinking a little bit long term about this, especially because we have Capricorn season coming up, and then we have Saturn moving into Capricorn. This is a sister sign to you. This is a lot of earth energy coming up, okay? And foundation has a lot to do with earth as well, even though it's a water house. The 4th house is a water house. So we did have a full moon there in your 10th house. Completions going on, new beginnings, new initiations that have to do with long term. So it might not be anything happening right now, but in December you could be thinking about how your career is going to change, because that's the thing about the 10th house, is it's very long term, right? Capricorn is a very ambitious sign, so they think very long term about things usually. On that same day of the full moon, we had Mercury retrograde. Okay, Mercury is your ruling planet. It is also Gemini's ruling planet. So the fact that we had a full moon in Gemini, that is your sister sign. So on the 3rd, you know, there could have been a lot of intense energies there, because you guys are both ruled by Mercury. It'd be like when there's a Sagittarius full moon in Gemini season next year, I'm sure that I'll feel a certain way as a Pisces, because Sagittarius and Gemini are both ruled by Jupiter. So you could have felt some strange energies there with the Gemini full moon in your 10th house. And there's also a need to balance things in the career right now. Since Gemini is a balancing sign, it's the masculine, it's the feminine, it's the light, it's the dark. So you could be dealing with a mixture of those energies at your workplace. Mercury retrograde, communication, mental stability, going back into the past, right? And that happened on the same day. It's going to be going direct on the 22nd. So, you know, that's when we were already in Capricorn season. I can't wait till the 22nd because a lot of these tougher energies are kind of shifted. We do have the winter solstice. We do have Saturn moving into Capricorn on the 19th. That's your sister sign. That means that Saturn will be moving into your 5th house. So that's playing around with karma. We're going to talk about that in January when I do my Saturn videos. Okay. Let's see here. We have Neptune opposite your sign. That could be, you know, a little strange there. Sorry, I just kind of got caught in some thoughts there. Winter solstice, the 21st, shortest day of the year. Sun moves into your sister sign on the 20th, Capricorn. Venus moves into your sister sign on the 25th. And then, of course, if you celebrate Christmas, and then we have a new year. So, I just wanted to mention real quick that on the new moon, we didn't talk a lot about the new moon. The new moon is when we're setting intentions for our future. We're planting seeds for the future. So, Virgo, there's going to be a lot of energy in Sagittarius that day. We're going to have the sun. We're going to have the moon. We're going to have Mercury. We're going to have Venus. We're going to have Saturn. That's a stellium. It's really important. And that's all going to be in your 4th house of emotional stability. So, you know, I'm not really sure how that's going to manifest for each of you. But that could shake up some emotional stability that day. Or just make you very emotional about things. Make you more emotional about your home. Make you be thinking more about your home environment. You know, this is all in your 4th house. You've had Saturn in your 4th house for 4 years. So, Sagittarius is your 4th house. Gemini is your 10th house, okay? So those are the energies we're going to be working with. Let me put that on the ground so that we have some time, some space here. And since this is a big spread, I'm going to move the camera down and over so that you can see your reading. I know the Virgos like to see and analyze things in their own way, right? So I'm glad that I found a way to situate my desk. I might move that in a minute. And I'm also going to light this incense. I've been using it for all the other signs, so I'm going to use it for you too, Virgo. We have, whoa! Well, maybe. 1 second. Something did not want Virgo to use the divine blessing incense, but I have retrieved it from the ground and I'm ready. So yeah, all I was trying to show you is that this is the divine blessing incense. So we have some divine blessings for this month, which is so Sagittarius. So I'm going to light that, and then I'm going to get to shuffling your cards, Virgo. You're my last reading for the day. I had to make sure I got you. I always do your reading with Cancer, Leo, Virgo. I usually do my readings in 3s. Alright, so we have some aroma going there for you, Virgo. So, what can we expect for Virgo this month? This is for Virgo energy. And you know I love you guys because you're my opposite sign. So, I always can't wait for your readings. Okay, universe. Okay, spirit. Okay, ascended masters. Here we are at the Virgo video. So this is going to be for the sign of Virgo for December 2017. And I ask for clear messages and relatable messages for the Virgos who watch my videos on Pisces Priestess channel. So what is it that we can talk to Virgo about? What is it that Virgo is dealing with in the month of December? What is it that we can speak about to best guide them. And I do want to say, universe, the cards that fall out are going to be the cards that I use. So please align the energies for me so that I know the cards that fall out are indeed for Virgo. Alright, so we have expression and time to create. Those are your first two cards. This is for Virgo. Divine timing. Believe in yourself, Virgo. Believe in yourself. Make sure you're believing in yourself, not only this month, but forever. What other messages do we have for the sign of Virgo? What messages do we have? I love this card, these decks for you, Virgo, because you're the angel of the zodiac. Virgos are the virgin. And these are a lot of angel cards. We have allow love coming out. Okay, what else do we have for Virgo? But yeah, there's a lot of angels on this card. So I love giving you readings with these cards. I haven't worked with them in a long time, but they've been really beautiful this month. What messages do we have for those Virgos out there? What are they dealing with? What are they feeling inside? Let's get some truthful messages for Virgo. Ask for a sign. We did have apologize come out for you and friendship, but they flipped back over. Ooh, and learn something new, I guess. But that was a little bit, that message was hesitant to come out. Okay, authority. All right, we have Saturn making its way into the Virgo reading. Authority has not come out, but it's coming out for Virgo. Of course it will come out for Virgo. Virgo is always dealing with authority. Virgo is a very person of authority, right? I think for that card, I might get my book out and just get a few get a little bit more of a definition for it, just so I know what the book meant by it, but I'm definitely getting my own interpretation of it as well. So we need 2 more cards for Virgo's reading, and then a beautiful underlying energy for them as well. Okay, so we have freedom coming out. Freedom's been coming out for a few people. It came out for the Leo reading as well. And then we have self-reflection. Bottom of the deck, you are not alone. You are not alone, Virgo. So we're ending the month here with self-reflection, and we're starting the month with expression. Now, we're almost halfway done. What we're going to do now is get the messages for Virgo 2017 December. So we have a soulmate relationship coming in very quickly for some of you. These cards just kind of popped out. I'm not going to use them for your reading because it was before I got my intention across. But this is a message for you that there's something from the past, and this could have to do with Mercury, because the 6 of Cups here is past and future, because we have the smaller character and we have the bigger character there. So this is typically a soulmate card. So there could be a soulmate. This is so beautiful. Some of you have a soulmate coming in very, very, very quickly, because with the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Wands is a very quick moving energy. So you could already be with this soulmate, and it could just be a new element to the relationship coming in that's going to make you guys a lot closer. Interesting. With the Leo reading, we had the Page of Wands come out first. With you, we have the Page of Pentacles. And I do believe that that would be your energy, Virgo. So, time to create. What is Virgo creating? What could I also talk to Virgo about with these creations? Come on now. So any cards that fall out from this point on, Spirit, I'm going to just trust that that they're the cards that need to come out, and I'm going to lay them as they fall. So let's make sure that our intent is very much set. 1, 2, 3. So what card could we lay on time to create? What is Virgo creating? What is it time to create for the Virgos? So I'm seeing December is definitely a time to create. And there's a celebration. It's something fiery and passionate. And you're celebrating about what it is that you're creating. Alright, now there's divine timing coming up for you guys. Divine timing is something that's in full effect right now in December. A lot of us are ready for what we can feel is coming, but it's not quite time. So, what do we have to say about divine timing for Virgo? What do they need to know about divine timing? Ooh, 10 of Cups. Trying to come out for you guys. 5 of Pentacles. Coming out of a feeling of being left in the cold. Going into a harmonious situation. Divine timing is called for the 9 of Swords. So interesting. That's a very interesting energy. I'm looking forward to knowing how that's going to play out for you guys. Queen of Wands. Believe in yourself like the Queen of Wands believes in herself. What about allow love? In the middle of your reading, Virgo, we have allow love. Okay? So that's the most important position in this reading, I want to say. Wow. And that's the Knight of Swords is coming out with that. So you may want to allow love to come in quickly. Your guys' reading always confuses me a little bit. I think it's because we're opposite signs or something. Or because I think I know your energy so well, but you're always teaching me something new about myself. Ask for a sign. It came out with the 6 of Swords. Ooh. Authority is coming out with the 5 of Cups. Freedom. Two more cards, and they just flew out. And I'm going to go ahead and say that freedom is Emperor, and self-reflection is Ace of Wands. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. Okay? So there is some inner pain going on here. Alright? But it's interesting that we have you are not alone. Because you're not alone when it comes to your pain, Virgo. Even though this guy looks very much alone, the angels are telling you that you're not. So let's get into the reading. I'm going to have to do my best to find some type of good angle for this. I think you can see it all now. So, the beginning of the month, we start out with the need to express. And this is coming out with the Page of Pentacles to verify that this is indeed Virgo that needs to express. And you also want to, you know, with the Page of Pentacles, any page card is a new beginning of some sort. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of all that, all the pages for the different elements. And one thing I know about the page is that it's a younger energy. It's kind of a premature energy. So, you know, Virgo, I don't know how well you are at expressing, you know, and what is it that you're expressing here? You could be expressing your value to someone. You could be expressing finances to someone. You could be expressing some type of new journey that you'd like to go on when it comes to finances. This is a 10th house in the 4th house. Okay, so you want to relate it. It could be a career. You could be expressing to your boss that I want more money, or you could be expressing to certain coworkers. But this is all about value. And I'm seeing here that you really need to value how good expression is. So this is the value of expression. You want to express your value, and you want to value expression. You see how that works there? Now, the expression card, what sticks out to me when this card comes out is the fact that, yeah, it's about expression, but she's actually has an umbrella. Now, she's lowered that umbrella a little bit, so we can see her, but it's like if we were to stand behind her, could we really see what she's trying to express? To me, that since there's an umbrella type of energy, it's almost like it's kind of covering or shrouding the expression. So there's a need here to clearly express your feelings, Virgo. Make sure that you're clearly expressing your intent, and you need to express it as well as this Page of Pentacles is about. Like, he's holding this pentacle up, and he's really proud of this pentacle. He's ready to start this new journey. It's like he hit the lottery or something. And if you hit the lottery, you are going to need to express to certain people what this means to you. Right? So it's not hitting the lottery, it's just any new beginning. If you get a new job, you're going to need to express to these people what it is that you know how to do, and what it is that you need work on, right? So I'm seeing this here as the need to express what makes you happy. You need to express, there's no need for that umbrella. This sun is out. It's a yellow card, there's a lot of sunshine here, and she's real timid. You see that lady there? She's real timid. She's like, hasn't expressed herself much. And I know that this is you, Virgo. You guys are a lot like that. She's real shy. And Virgo doesn't like to show that side of them, that they're real shy. But, Virgo does not express how they feel a lot of the time. So if you were just to look at your emotions and look at your feelings this month, as this page is looking at this pentacle, I believe that you will get a lot of expression across. So what happens when we don't express ourselves? What happens when we go through life not expressing how we feel and think to others? Well, we wind up getting emotionally and mentally constipated, right? We overthink and we overfeel about things, and we overreact. So there is some type of new value, new journey of value. This is newfound value. So I think Virgo is, since it's the end of the year, you're looking back on the year that you've had, and you may not have expressed as much as you've wanted to this year. So there's some type of newfound value and expression in the beginning of December. So a lot of Virgos are like, hey, I know that I can't sell my expression, although you can if you're expressing through art, or if you're expressing through some type of thing like that. But I'm just saying, Virgo likes things that are of value. You guys are an earth sign, so it needs to make logical sense. Somewhere along the line, somebody told Virgo, or somebody made Virgo feel like it wasn't logical to express themselves. But I'm here to tell you that once you go so long without expressing, you actually lose value in yourself. So when you express yourself, that's a way of showing yourself that, hey, I love myself enough. I love myself enough to express to the people around me that I value myself. I value myself enough to express my emotions. Like, hey, I don't like that you're doing that. Hey, I don't like how I'm made to feel in this situation, So I believe that there's, right in the beginning of December, there's some type of newfound value in the way that you express. You could be expressing your finances, or expressing finances with someone, because there's the Page of Pentacles there. But whatever it is, it's expression about something very real in your life. Your feelings, or the need to express, has become very real, because Pentacles represent something that's very real and tangible in life. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see it. It's very real, just like the earth signs. So you're going to need to express something about this. Express what's real to you. Express what you value, or what's tangible to you. Express money. There's something there with that. But it's going to be very real, Virgo. And that's good, because you appreciate things like that. Like, you personally identify with Pentacles. So if some of you are learning this, because this is the first week, we've kind of already covered that, or not covered it, but we've already lived that. And then when we get into this is more so getting into the present and the future. So, and also time is fluid. So some of you could be feeling this way as soon as you watch my video, all right? So whenever this applies to you, do apply the message to you wherever it applies. So when you express yourself, Virgo, and when you value yourself, it kind of feels like this card. This is the Six of Wands. This is a passionate ceremony. And of course, there's a few people there. You can see them in the background there. But this is a celebration that is going on for you, Virgo. This is you celebrating everything that you've been through this year. All the obstacles, because you've been through a lot, Virgo. All right, I'm your opposite sign. I know that it hasn't been easy for us.
So there's some type of celebration or the energy of a celebration at the beginning of this week, and not only the beginning of this month, and not only in this month, but some type of celebration with creation. You know, there's something in you, Virgo. I don't know if many of you are artists or writers or whatever it is that you do. It's coming out with time to create. So I believe that there is a celebration that takes place after some type of newfound value. You guys could even start, some of you could even be starting to express yourself in the form of art. You see how she's painting? So we had expression in the value. For some of you, this could be gaining the financial stability to start a creative project, right? Virgos are very brilliant people, and a lot of producers or movie directors, a lot of them are Virgos, and a lot of singers and artists are Virgos too, because you guys have the critical mind. You guys have the analytical mind that would help a person paint, or that would help a person create a story and finish it. So for some of you, you guys are going to be expressing yourself in a creative way. Maybe you're not so good with words, right? I don't see many communication. I know I do see swords here. We have quite a bit of swords, but it doesn't really strike me as communication. So there could be some type of need for communication this month. And whatever it is, you know, and the reason I said that is because some people express themselves through communication, but you don't only want to think of expression in a way of just expressing yourself to another person, because sometimes we need to express ourselves to ourselves. And the best way to do that is by writing music, or writing a poem, or writing in a diary, or painting a picture, singing a song. Okay, I'm not sure what abilities or creative talents that you guys have, but it is time to create something. It's time to express what it is that you are in the middle of creating. So I'm not sure what that is, but this is a metaphor. Some of you really could be a painter. Some of you really could be an artist, but I'm seeing that this is a huge symbol for Virgo expressing what it is that they have to offer. Because she has a vision. She has a certain vision that she sees, right? She's looking down. You can't see the canvas, but in this scenario, life is the canvas. And life is very much becoming a blank canvas for us all in the month of December, because we're all transforming and we're closing the chapter to 2017 and setting the intentions for the new chapter of 2018, right? So it's time to create right in the beginning of this month. I believe that this is the creation needed that's going to help you in the months to come, in the new year. So whatever it is that you feel or think, Virgo, this doesn't have to be paint, but this could be at work. You know, you might think that there's an easier way to do something, or something that's going to make you money, but it is time to get those ideas flowing. It is time to express what it is that you are wanting to create. So you want to express that creative vision that you have, right? Because this lady is really, really going to offer herself to some type of creative project. So you want to paint the picture of life how you want to, Virgo. And you want to celebrate that. Celebrate the vision that you have. Celebrate the creations that maybe you haven't created yet, but you know, you may have a certain vision or a certain idea that, you know, you want to celebrate it because it is going to happen, you know. So it's time to create. It's time to create in December for Virgo. And I don't know what that means to you guys, but whatever it is, you need to get going on it. And it's a celebration. So some of you are even expressing the creation of a celebration. All right. So, you know, I know that some of you may celebrate Christmas. We do have like a wreath there that looks kind of Christmassy to me. Some of you could be going to certain celebrations, and not just Christmas. There could be other people that celebrate something else. So whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, you could be creating something. Some of you may be hosting these parties. I know Virgos are very festive and they really love themes and things like that. So this could be you either going to certain parties this month, or, you know, hosting certain parties, because the attention is on you here. And I think this is the universe celebrating Virgo energy in order to get you into a place where you feel that you can express yourself. And you're going to express yourself through purity. Now, that might not be, remember how I was telling you, you may not have created it yet. because divine timing is also in play here. So if you have a certain vision, and if you want to express something, you know, you have to know that it's all going to come to you in the right moment. It's not going to come too early. It's not going to come too late. It's going to come right on time. So this goes for money. This goes for celebration. So if some of you are struggling with money, if some of you feel kind of down and out, which I do see some rather dark energies in your reading that we're going to talk about. So I do feel that there's a need to celebrate. A lot of you probably haven't celebrated. I mean, Virgo season was a while ago. The last time some of you celebrated was probably your birthday. Some of you are all work and no play. All right? So you have to know that there's certain factors here that chime into divine timing. You see how she has this hourglass here. So Virgo, I feel that you're waiting for something at the beginning of this month. I'm not sure what it is, but you're waiting for it. And, you know, for those of you who aren't aware of divine timing, maybe you weren't thinking about that, because it's kind of hard to think about that when you want something. You know, we start wondering why it is that it hasn't arrived yet. Well, let me be the one to remind you that everything has the perfect timing of happening. Everything has a way of happening. It's like kind of like divinely orchestrated. And, you know, you want things to happen in the right moment, because if it happens too quickly or not quick enough, then that's just not in alignment with the universe, right? So it's divine timing that keeps us aligned with the universe. So I do see that you're waiting for something to happen. This lady is looking down at this hourglass. Virgo, you can be very impatient. I'm not sure if all of you struggle with impatience, but the Virgos that I know in my life, since you guys figure out the problem very quickly of things, some of you figure out what's wrong very, very quickly. And I mean, this can be a problem in a relationship. This could be a problem at work, like a machine that went wrong. And it's like you're impatient because you've already figured out what's wrong. So you're just ready for what's next now. But some of us don't move that fast. Sometimes even the universe can't move as fast as Virgo. Okay, so some of you needed to hear that, you know, it'll be time to create. You'll get the money. It'll be time to express yourself. These celebrations will happen. I'm not sure what this divine timing is completely about. I think we'll learn more about it throughout the reading. But it is coming up for you, Virgo. And some of you do struggle with impatience. Now, see, if you're impatient, divine timing isn't going to make much sense to you. Now, see, this is what happens to Virgo when they wait on people. Okay, they wind up having mental anxiety. This is a mental anxiety card. This is the 9 of Swords. This is lack of sleep at night. This is nightmares. This is thoughts keeping you up at night. So I want you to keep in mind that this isn't real. Okay? Swords represent mental anxiety or mental thoughts. So these are thoughts. And of course this will come up for you, Virgo. Of course this will come up for you, because this is how you guys feel a lot of the time. Maybe you're not in bed. Maybe you're not losing sleep at night. Maybe it's not nightmares, but this is mental anxiety. And I think that's what this means in your reading, especially because it's a 9 and we're in the 9th season. This is Sagittarius is the 9th zodiac sign. So there's some mental anxiety that we're going to need to talk about in this reading. Virgo, what are you having mental anxiety about? Something isn't quite clear. This is a lot of darkness here. But the universe has given you this angel card as a way to help you with this mental anxiety. So if you find yourself feeling mental anxiety about certain things this month, if you find yourself mentally worrying or in mental anguish this month because you don't have the answer, you don't have the money, you don't have the clarity, just know that you're being led to look at divine timing. So this kind of energy is a lot different than the 9 of Swords, because she doesn't feel mental anxiety. She's patient. She's waiting for the right time, for things to happen in the right moment. All right? So when you find yourself, or when you catch yourself feeling that mental anxiety, not being able to sleep because you can't shut your brain off. I know Virgos they think. They are overthinkers, and I don't think that you're an overthinker. Virgos are analyzers. They think a lot. You know, I'm a Pisces, okay? And I I'm very close with Virgo energy. So that's why I'm really straightforward with you guys. I don't mean to sound like I know everything, because I'm not a Virgo, but I do have a lot of earth energy. I have a Capricorn rising and a Taurus moon. So if I was a Virgo, I would have all the earth signs, but instead of a Virgo, I'm the opposite of Virgo. So in a way, Virgo completes me in more than one way. So being the opposite of you, I'm able to identify with the opposite spectrum of things. So I love that divine timing has come up for you guys, because sometimes you need, and you are angels, so you know what divine timing means, right? And I think some of you can be patient as long as you have the mental clarity. So there's something there with that. There's some anxiety, some mental anxiety going on there with divine timing. And for some of you, you know, it's the anxiety of knowing when certain things are going to happen, or how certain things are going to work out, but you're really being asked to have faith in the universe and to have faith in the creator or God or whatever you call it. So I feel that these cards aren't necessarily relating to each other. They're just two different messages that kind of go hand in hand. I feel as if you really change your perspective on when things are supposed to happen, or you guys could be dealing with so many different things. I'm feeling money for some of you. Others of you, it could be a relationship or your work life or even your home life. Maybe you don't live where you want to live, especially because she's trying to sleep and she can't sleep. So for all I know, since some of you are dealing, or since you guys are dealing with a fourth house new moon, maybe moving is very stressful for some of you. Maybe you're living temporarily with someone who you just don't even feel comfortable with at nighttime. So you're up wondering how things are going to work out. But just know that it's all in divine timing, Virgo. It's all in divine timing. Which is why you have to believe in yourself. I see that a lot of Virgos have really reached the end of their rope. Okay, we see this angel here, and she's really reached the end of her rope. But what are you doing on that rope anyway, Virgo? You're an angel. You can fly. What is this rope? Who's gotten inside your head and made you think that you're on the end of a rope? Because you're not. There's no leash. There's no rope. You're an angel. So this angel is afraid to fall when she would fly. She's hanging on to something when maybe she should let go. Now, this card does talk a lot about seeing yourself in the eyes of God. God sees you, especially you, Virgo. He sees you as someone with unlimited potential. He sees you as someone who's perfect. Isn't that great? Virgo strives for perfection in a lot of areas in their life. Well, God sees you as already perfect, Virgo. So as far as this mental anxiety, it's like you're being led to a higher source. You are an earth sign, so you usually fix all your problems with earthly materials, right? But maybe, just maybe, in December, you're being asked to put your faith into something higher, into something that you can't see, feel, and touch. Maybe you're being asked to look at things in a little bit less of a logical perspective. And this is when things like divine timing and divine purpose come up. There's really no logical way to explain divine timing. You know? How do you explain that there's a right time or a wrong time for something to happen? You can't. But we've been in situations in our lives where something didn't work out. Things don't work out when we rush into them. Things don't work out when things move too slowly. So thank goodness that we have energies available that know when the right time is. And sometimes we're not capable of knowing that, but we want to make sure that we're believing in ourselves, Virgo. Even if we do feel like we're at the end of a rope with something. We could be at the end of a financial rope. We could be at the end of a relationships rope. We're at the end of the year. So some of you are at the end of the rope of the year. Like, this rope is December. And you're just hanging on to these old ass energies until it's time to swing into the new year. Hey, swing on in. This card talks about believing in yourself the same way that Creator and that the angels believe in you. Sometimes we lose faith in ourselves. Sometimes we lose faith in certain situations. But in December, Virgo, you're being asked to believe in yourself. And it's pretty beautiful because we're in Sagittarius season, especially in this row. We're in the middle of December now. We covered the first week of December, kind of. And Sagittarius is all about belief. Sagittarius is all about higher knowledge. So sometimes we have to have higher knowledge in our own self in order to believe in ourselves in a bigger way, in a deeper way. So see yourself in the eyes of God, Virgo, instead of maybe going back and forth inside your mind about what was done wrong or what could be done more, or what can I do, what can I do. You guys like to fix things. But perhaps it's yourself that needs the most fixing now. That guy looks like he needs some help to me. And we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it's interesting that I say Sagittarius season because this is a very fiery energy and it's in the queen form. And there's a sunflower in her hand. So this is abundance. This is passion. The Queen of Wands goes after what she wants in a passionate way, right? She's a very passionate fire sign. Now, this could be Sagittarius season. And I did say that with the believing in yourself. So this could be Sagittarius season with this Queen of Wands. And we see this little black cat, which is the magic of Sagittarius season. And trusting your intuition as well. Believing in yourself enough to trust in the spiritual part of you, Virgo. Not just the earth with this flower in her hand. You can be passionate enough to create, passionate enough to believe in your hopes, dreams, and wishes, passionate enough to start a real journey. You can express yourself in a passionate way. So I'm seeing that you need to believe in yourself and express the beliefs that you have. And you can even create in a passionate way. But then there's this worry here about something that's getting in the way. So what does Virgo do when something needs to be fixed? Well, you do what a lot of people would do. You charge right in without caring about the consequences. This is right in the middle of your reading. Very important placement here. And I don't mean that, Virgo. I don't think all of you are charging in. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I just know that's what Virgo does. You want to fix it and you want to fix it now. This is applying to the sword energy here. This is a different part of you charging in because you're a mental sign. And if you're in mental anguish, that isn't good. Mercury went retrograde. This is Mercury retrograde right here. This is the first week of December. Mercury went retrograde on the 3rd of December. This is the 3rd card. So Spirit is telling me that Mercury is really doing a number on Virgo this time. And it's because it's the last retrograde of the year. But even Mercury retrograde is in divine timing. It was supposed to happen. Mercury retrograde has a lot to do with time. Right? See the little hourglass? It's like we pause time. We go back in time. So what happens to our present moment when we go back in time, Virgo? You know? But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to our present moment on the 23rd. There's just some things that we need to do. And I believe these are the things that you need to do. And then we'll get to what happens when Mercury goes direct. Immediately, you need to allow love. You need to hold that heart of yours. No wonder it's time to create. You need to create something from your heart. You know? You need to create. This is all about passion and love. You need to allow love into your life again, where there was once very harsh energies. Could be new people coming into your life that you're hesitant about, but you need to allow love. Now, going back to this Knight of Swords, there's a lot of different things I'm hearing with this. I see some of you, you know, when we lay the card down, this Knight is charging at this Queen of Wands. Okay? This Knight is charging to this angel who is hanging on for dear life, but believing in herself enough to do so. This isn't a negative card. So for some of you, this is, now just bear with me, there's negative and positive. There's different people listening. So for some of you, this is some type of air energy. And if it's not an air sign, then it's somebody charging forward with harsh communication when you're already feeling low or feeling like you're at the end of your rope. But as long as you believe in yourself, Virgo, you'll be able to communicate with these people. And that's why expression is coming up, because you're going to need to express yourself to some harsher people come the middle of December, which is where we're at now. I'm recording this on the 14th. And if it's not that, then there's just certain communication charging forward. This could just be a very quick conversation. It doesn't have to be mean or bad, you know. But you want to know what I really think for the majority of you? I think this is you charging forward for mental clarity because you believe in yourself and because you allow love into your life. You love yourself enough to believe in yourself. And I'm saying that because we have these sword cards, right? So this Knight is charging forward because you believe in yourself enough. You don't care about the consequences. Who would? You want to fix the problem for this person that's laying in bed, losing sleep and mental anxiety. Okay? So I see some of you really charging forward to a problem that you had in the beginning of the month that you need to charge forward to in the middle of the month. All right? And I'm saying that it's mental clarity because see these clouds back there? You know, that's very cloudy energy. And then we have this sword drawn, and the horse is just charging. But I see that you're on a white horse. So you're charging with purity, Virgo. And you're willing to cut off anything in your life that is contributing to this. When Virgo finds out the problem, they fix it. And sometimes you fix a problem by cutting people out of your life. Pick one of these swords up that are behind you and use it as a weapon, or use it to defend yourself. Some of these thoughts that you have, they could be true, and in divine timing you will know. So there's something there with that. I see a lot of you charging. This is very quick movement, okay? So Virgo is on the move, first of all, and you really do want passion back in your life. You want love back in your life. So this could be you really, some of you are really offering your heart. See how she's holding her heart out? Well, some of you are really offering your heart to someone very quickly. And I love this placement because this is right in the middle, okay? So we have the Knight of Swords charging very fast. This could be certain storms. So wherever there were storms at in your life, Virgo, I mean, we've felt this at many different times in 2017, right? Lack of mental clarity, We didn't plan ahead, because the Knight of Swords doesn't plan ahead. He just rushes forward. He doesn't care about the consequences or what might happen because of what he's doing. So this is a quick moving energy. So you want to allow love into your life, where in 2017 there may have been areas where it was very sharp and pointy. You know, the Knight of Swords, he can cut. He's not as calm as the Knight of King, or the King of Swords, or the Queen of Swords. So you really want to add love to any fights or aggression that you may have felt this month or this year. Okay, so I think maybe something that happened in the beginning of the month, it happened around the 3rd or the 4th, around that full moon and around Mercury going retrograde. Might have something to do with your home or your job. Well, it caused some energies like this, and it's coming up in the middle of January, or in the middle of December. And you're going to have a chance to add love to enter. This might not even be you. This could be someone exterior to you. I don't know. This could be someone who's around you that just isn't sleeping, who has mental anxiety, right? You could be the one to remind them of divine timing and that everything's going to be okay. You can remind them to believe in themselves, but I do believe that a lot of this is for you as well. It could be some type of fire sign in your life, or just Sagittarius season. Could be the fire and passion that you need to believe in yourself. So I do believe that there's a lot here to do with allowing love. You really need to allow love in your life. There's some type of fire sign that wants to offer you love or something like that. Or just someone who wants to offer you love who's very passionate and very psychic. Something with a black cat here as well. Alright. We'll come back to these. I believe these energies will make more sense. So let's move on here. Because that was that was maybe something Virgo doesn't want to talk about very much. I believe that you guys know who this Knight of Swords is. Even if it's yourself, you know what's not causing you clarity. And what I'm being led to tell you is that this Nine of Swords, this Knight of Swords, this Nine of Swords, and this Ten of Swords, they all just need to allow love. So this could be different parts of you feeling different pain, mental pain, real pain, and what you're going to do about the pain. Okay, but you're really being led here to allow love into your life. Now, you can allow love to this situation too, because we have ask for a sign. Okay, that's very beautiful. When you believe in yourself, you could ask for a sign. When you believe enough that the universe is going to hear you, so, that's why I said believe in yourself. Virgo, you've been through a lot of transformations. And I'm saying that because I see that this lady is letting go of butterflies in this picture. And we do have a full moon in this picture, okay? So there's something about that full moon that had to do with divine timing. And I believe that Mercury going retrograde that same day caused a lot of mental anxiety. I don't think Virgo's on the up and up with their mind right now. And that's okay, Virgo. You're ruled by Mercury. You know what I mean? It's going to affect you too. I think a lot of mental attacks and psychic attacks have been happening to Virgo this December. But come the middle of December, so today, the 15th, the 16th, the 17th, the 18th, you really want to ask for a sign about whatever it is that you're worried about here. You might want to ask for a sign that has something to do with divine timing. But I don't like that you feel this way, Virgo. And I'm so happy that at the bottom of the deck you have that you're not alone, because a lot of you really do feel alone. But you're not. You're not. You're probably just shielding yourself. Which, I don't blame you, Virgo. There could be some things that you really do need to shield yourself. But you're also being asked to look through the situation. Okay? And that's at the bottom of the deck over here. So that's an underlying energy. You're not alone in your pain. You're not alone. There's people around you who really love you and who want to celebrate with you this month. There's people who can collaborate with you and create with you. There's people who will listen to you if you express yourself. And there's people who want to offer you love this month, as long as you just allow it and believe in yourself. So you want to ask for a sign around that new moon in Sagittarius in your 4th house, because some of you really might be wanting to leave a certain situation, and it might be a situation that you really have a hard time leaving, you know, but it's not mentally clear for you. It's not logical enough for you. It might have something to do with this. This could be a person making you feel this way, or a person who continues to feel this way themselves, who you can't help or fix. There is a lot of pain here, and I think December is about figuring out that pain in a different way, dropping it, and letting it go. This is a mental decision to leave, and it comes right underneath this. So there's something here, and once you realize that it's divine timing, well, a part of divine timing means that there is a time to do something. So there's a time to stay, and there's a time to go. Sometimes to go really, really fast. So after you charge forward and heal yourself, you get your mental clarity back just in time for Mercury to go back direct, And you make the mental decision to leave because now it's time. And as a Virgo, you're going to know, because you're very strong mentally and you're an angel, you're going to know when the universe is telling you to go. And you're going to be leaving a situation that, see my finger there? Take a look at how the water looks. This is symbolic for the way that you might be feeling. A lot of rocky emotions. This is an emotional situation here. But do you see in the distance where the trees are? All you want to do, Virgo, is get back to land. Perhaps you've been feeling a lot of emotion this past year, or dealing with other people who are very emotional. And you've been really trying to fight the good fight against emotions, and you're fighting with your own mental clarity. I see a lot of swords here. You are fighting with mental clarity. Even though this isn't an earth card, you showed up as the only Pentacle card that you have is the Page of Pentacles, which shows me that Virgo is going on a new journey, which might be why you leave a certain situation. I mean, that's the only Pentacle card, and no wonder You Are Not Alone showed up, because in this reading it does seem like you're pretty alone, because here you are just trying to be your grounded self, but you're going through so many new beginnings right now that there's parts of you that don't even seem there. I see, you don't have many cups. Let's jump ahead just real quick. The only cup card that you have is the 5 of Cups. So emotionally, I can tell that there's some situations that didn't work out very well, and there's some situations that still could work out pretty well. But the key here is that you don't want to focus too much on what hasn't worked out, because you're going to miss what's behind you. Okay? And it's interesting that this card is coming up before that, because this is about missing what's behind you. It's about moving on to something better, even though what you had was pretty good. It just wasn't good enough. It was taking a toll on you. It wasn't stable enough. It wasn't grounded enough for you, Virgo. So, just ask for a sign about that situation. Just ask for a sign from the universe for this situation here. And I have faith that the universe will deliver the right message to you in divine timing, though. What if the universe told you too quickly that you needed to leave? Then you would leave before you even believed in yourself, or before you even allowed love. So just stick around for a little while longer until you know by your intuition, and you know in your heart that it's time to move on. This could be a job, this could be a person, this could be a home. I'm not really sure what it is that you're leaving. You could just be leaving behind all those emotions, Virgo. You could be leaving behind these old dark energies here. And I don't mind if you leave that behind. Sagittarius trying to come out for your reading. So ask for a sign about what it is that you should leave behind and what it is that you should go. And this sign is mostly going to come to you in a mental way. It's going to be a thought that you have. Alright? Ask for a sign about what it is that you should release and what it is that you should move on from, because that's coming up in December, Virgo. There's something that you should leave behind in December. There's something that you should move towards. And it's going to be up to you to decide that. But this is a sword energy, so it's the mental decisions here. All right? Make sure that you're making the right decisions, leaving the right people, places, and things behind so that you can go into the new year positive and powerful. Now, when you make the decision, we're heading into the end of the month here, okay? When you make the decision to leave those rocky waters, this could have been a really emotional water sign that was just too emotional for you, or someone that wasn't maybe a water sign, but they were just, they made you feel too emotional, and you're just like, I'm done with this. You're like really mean to me, dude. Well, when you leave certain things behind, especially if it's a water sign, we're going to be in this situation here, okay? This is when the moment when you look at this is when you get this boat across the river and you finally reach land. Well, you're going to get a house and you're going to build yourself back up. And days later, you're going to be thinking about what it is that didn't work out. You see those 3 cups knocked over? Those are situations those are tears cried. It's spilt milk. It's the blood, it's the tears that you have shed in 2017. And you're going to have this opportunity here to either be a pessimist or an optimist. Are you going to fret and be upset and mourn and be depressed over the 3 cups that have emptied and fell over? Or are you going to be appreciative of the universe for allowing you to have 2 cups behind you? This guy doesn't even see those 2 cups. He's covered himself in this black robe. He's so depressed. He's so dark, and he's not paying attention to what he still has in the situation. So there's some type of situation, Virgo, that is pretty hurtful, but at the same time, it's pretty positive. And that's exactly what this card is talking about. And you really want to ask for a sign. You want to ask for a sign here because Virgo, this is cups and this is emotion. And when Virgo deals with emotion, they are this guy in this black cloak. Like, you want to be grounded. You just want to be grounded. You just want to be the Queen of Wands. You want to be powerful and passionate, but you can't stay in an energy like this. Now, I'd say that this is around the 19th, the 20th, this is like the 19th through the 30th, like the 31st, this last row. It's more so towards the end of December though. Okay, so at the end of the month, we're all going to have this kind of opportunity here to look back on the year, and we can either look back on everything that we've lost, or we can look back at what we've gained. We can look back at what's still standing. Because a lot of things are not going to make it. A lot of things did not make it through the year. And those things are going to look a lot like these knocked over cups. They don't have any value. It's not logical, Virgo. But right behind you are 2 filled cups. And it's up to you what's in these cups. It could be a relationship that still survived throughout all the turmoil. It can be your emotions that you still kept for yourself. Or it could be certain money that you still have, even though you lost so much money, you still have a little. So please, Virgo, don't choose to be a pessimist in this situation at the end of the month. You are going to lose some, but you're also going to gain some. And you really want to look at the gain. No pain, no gain. So you didn't have to go through some pain. I'm just letting you know, Virgo, there's something there that you're not seeing. This card came out with the Authority card. Let's see here. Oh, it's stuck. Oh no, I ripped my book. Oh well. It's okay. Let's see what Authority has to say. I don't think I'm going to put this book in that drawer anymore because it's hard to get out. So, well, let's see. So you want to know what's really interesting is I opened up to the Allow Love card, and I'm going to read to you what it said real quick because it has to do with authority. This is awesome. It says, sometimes it's difficult for indigos, which are very, very enlightened people, to see that those around them, especially those in authority, actually do love them. When rules are imposed upon them, when they face discipline, and when ones close to them get upset, they often feel rejected. It is your role as an angel to question rules and to ask why. When situations seem unfair, this will never change. This card invites you to see that although some things feel unfair, people are only lovingly looking out for your best interest. In order for you to live and succeed in society, certain rules must always be followed. When people in your life correct your behavior, sometimes it's because they love you and they want the best for you. If you sit and meditate, you'll know whether this is true for you in your present situation. Your role in this world will be shown to you clearly. Your job now is to make sure that you do what is asked in order to be a productive member of society, the same society that you are meant to recreate. So interesting, Virgo. This whole time I've been doing your reading, I've been trying not to be too tough on you and everything like that. And it's weird that this card talks about people just trying to love you. Like, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is tell you some of the things that you can work on, or some of the things that I see in your reading. So it's interesting. I didn't think that this card meant that. But it talked about, so this could be some of you reacting really aggressively to those who are trying to love you, because it talked about rules. It talked, in Virgo, you guys are the managers and bosses and stuff. You guys hardly ever work under someone because you're just so damn smart and you're so analytical and resourceful, So if someone were to try, even though, this is me right now to you, but this is also you. All right? So certain people are just trying to tell you things in December, and you might react pretty harshly, like, no, I'm not that way. What do you mean? So just make sure, Virgo, that you're not being too aggressive to people who only care about you, or to people who are offering love to you. All right? That's just for some of you. Now, let's look at authority, because that talked about, it talked about authority, and that was very interesting. So, authority, it means the way our world is currently designed. People in authority impose rules upon us. In many situations, it must be this way to maintain order. As an indigo, you possess an inner truth detector telling you what people in power often abuse such authority. This is one of those most important cards that you can receive, because your role in this world is to help redesign our planet and society to become a place of fairness. When dealing with your authority figures, please know that anger will not get you anywhere. Be calm and be assertive. That definitely will help. Anytime you feel controlled or ruled by someone, ask the angels to guide you through the situation in a way that will bring about and perpetuate the most peace. In this way, you clear the path for others who will benefit from your peaceful leadership. So Virgo, this is straight up about Saturn. Ouch. I don't know what just happened, but that hurt. This is about Saturn though, Virgo. So into December, you're going to really be feeling some authority where I don't think you felt it up here, okay? Saturn is going into Capricorn. That's the 10th house. That's your sister sign. You're an earth sign too, right? So I think over the next year, Saturn's going to be in Capricorn for 4 years. But it's going to be your job as an angel to look up to the light and make sure that nobody's misabusing their power. Because, Saturn in Capricorn, it's really going to allow it has the ability to be evil. Because certain corporations are really going to be doing good now that Saturn's in the 10th house. But, the funny thing about Saturn is What goes around comes around. That's why Saturn has those rings, right? So I'm thinking that you're being asked, Virgo, to make sure, especially if you're a person of authority, if you are a boss or a manager, or if you're someone who has a lot of rules, or if you're in charge of a lot, and as an angel, you are. As an angel, you are a person, you are a being of authority. But you see how this angel is looking up to something higher than him or her? So you really want to let the angels that are still in the universe, because you're an angel, but you're a physical human as well. So you're an angel in human form, Virgo. The angel of lifestyle, if you will. So you might want to pray to your brothers and sisters that are still in the sky, that are still in the heavenly sky, and ask them, you know, especially if you feel like some of you Virgos might not be in authority, some of you may actually be working under people, and I mentioned that earlier, like Virgo doesn't really like that. So, you know, it's the balance here. That's why it came out with the Five of Cups. Because authority makes Virgo feel both of these ways. You're kind of in the middle of it, but you want to make sure situations are fair. You see how this guy is not fair. It's not fair for 3 cups to knock over and 2 cups to stick up. Why? How come 3 cups couldn't stay over and only 2 of them knock over, right? So in a way, it kind of relates to that. You want to make sure nobody's cups are getting spilled or drained, okay? And this is someone who, this person or this energy, you know, for the next year and for December, the end of December, this is going to come to light. And just listen to what I said in that book, Virgo, and make sure that when it comes to people who are placing rules upon you, don't be aggressive, don't charge at them. Just handle it with patience and with understanding, and just know that you're an angel and that you can always talk to Creator about this. And actually, Virgo, can some of you please like rise up, because we need more Virgo cops. We need more Virgo you know, company owners, because you guys are actually smart. You know, you guys are actually good people too. You're just annoyed with how stupid some people can be. So if there's some authority going on around you in the workplace or at school or wherever you're at, maybe even in the home, you might be with people who are really assholes, who want to have a certain authority over you. I don't even like the word authority. Like, I'm a rebel. I'm an indigo child, so I don't really like rules. But society has certain rules, doesn't it, Virgo? So authority is coming up here. And there might be some type of lose-win situation with an authority figure in your life with Saturn. I really believe this is Saturn down here. Now, it's so cool, though, because the next message we have for you is self-freedom. Now, the Emperor reminds me a lot of God, so it's interesting that we have an angel looking up here to the light. And God is authority figure. I don't feel extremely correct saying that, but in a way, God is. In a way, we have a very, aside from seeing this as God, the Emperor, oh, he's a person of authority. You can look up what the Emperor means. He has authority. Look at him. He holds the world in his hand. So you know what I think this means, Virgo? I think this means self-authority. I think this means that, you know, Saturn moving into your 5th house, Saturn moving into your sister sign, it's going to be a very familiar energy for you. And you might be looking up at your own inner light. Like, you might be having your own higher self guiding you. And it's interesting. His hands are spread out. You see his hands? It's like almost surrender to a certain authority. And as angels, you would surrender to Creator. You know, Creator created you. Well, the Emperor is a very, like, this might be your energy after this, after what you realize you've lost and gained. Well, you just rise up as a person who's an authority figure. The Emperor, you know, he's very powerful. And it's all about not misusing your power, right? So this is like the power of freedom from authority, or having the authority over your own self so that you can take the right jumps. It's so interesting. This card reminds me of the Fool card, which is also another Aries energy. So what this means is that this is all about you. At the end of the month, it's all about you. You know, all of this shit here in the beginning, it was more so about other people. Like, I seen a lot of other people's energy involved in that. You know, even here, you're taking care of some woman and her kid or whatever. But here, at the end of the month, you really do just take a leap of faith and freedom. You're like, fuck all this. I am jumping. I am surrendering. I'm free. So around the end of December, heading into this, you're jumping into a real freedom feeling life. A freedom fighter. You're jumping into 2018 with a free energy. And I love that. You do have the authority to be free, Virgo. Nobody has authority over you. You have authority over yourself. Okay? And you can free yourself. And then we end the month with a new passionate beginning. You have a lot of power. You see all this fire and all this power? This is Capricorn season here. Okay? But we have the freedom, this Emperor and this freedom card here. The freedom of self. And then we have this, we're applying all that power here with a new beginning that's coming out of nowhere in the universe. This is like the whole year up ahead for you. Some type of new, passionate, and free journey. But we need to self-reflect on it, Virgo, before we do anything. So we want to be self-reflecting at the end of this year, at the end of this month. You need to self-reflect on everything that you've been through. All right? And this lady, she's looking into a mirror. This card came out for Leo, and I guess it's only right that I sing it for you guys too. Because Michael Jackson's a Virgo, so. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way. Okay, that was my little Michael Jackson Virgo impersonation. But Michael Jackson is singing to you and through me as a Virgo brother and sister of yours from the sky in heaven to remind you that you start with the man or the woman in the mirror and you're asking yourself to change your ways, right? You don't want to start 2018 the same way as 2017 was. There are certain energies that you felt this year, certain obstacles that, you want to rise above, okay? So what is it that you see in the mirror, Virgo? What is it that you see? What is it that you need to change? And it's not about anyone else telling you that anymore. I feel like all month you've heard certain things about other people, okay? You've heard certain things about what it is that you need to change and what it is that doesn't make you feel perfect. And I feel like a lot of these people are pointing the finger at you. But at the end of the month, it don't matter. Because you're going to be focusing on yourself. Self-reflection. This is going inwards. Right? This is going inwards on a journey. And the things that you see, the things that you find in your own reflection, even if they're similar to what people have been saying about you, it's powerful when you look your own self in the mirror and when you want to change yourself instead of, it's never easy to hear what you need to change from somebody else. So sometimes it's really important that we go inside ourselves and ask our own, because we might lie to ourselves sometimes, but at the same time, it's hard to lie to ourselves. Even when we do lie to ourselves, we have that little small voice in our head that knows otherwise, right? So I think, Virgo, you're the type of person that really can look in the mirror and know what it is. You guys, maybe it's time to analyze yourself. So we end the month here with you applying that analytical brilliance to your own character so that you can walk into 2018 as the person that you need to be, your higher self. Someone who's wise and who's been through a great deal of transformation. And you want to be able to be happy and comfortable when you look yourself in the mirror. You might see some things that you don't like, and I don't mean this as a physical appearance. I mean this on a deep, deep level. You want to look yourself in the mirror and you want to think about all that you are. Who are you? Make sure that you recognize yourself. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Okay? A lot of songs coming out this month. So some of you are getting some of that Pisces music from me. But, okay, maybe some of you need to watch Mulan. Okay, very powerful movie. I've been watching Mulan. She changed herself in order to find purpose. But she did it all for the wrong reasons because her family already honored her. You know what I mean? So just make sure you're doing it for yourself. Make sure you're making changes for yourself and not for others. And you have all of the passion. All of the passion to do so. You have the Ace of Wands, Virgo. At the end of the month, you gain, and look at you here. You have a magic wand here. Alright? You have a wand here. And you're celebrating. You have a wand here. And a sunflower. And you have a wand here. And you're using this wand to get you through. This wand has helped you through a lot of things. Alright, Virgo? So before we go here, I'm going to just relate. We did a little bit of relating with this card, but we do have this Ten of Swords, okay? And a lot of this pain that I see has been caused by feeling on guard, feeling like there's invisible enemies, even though these enemies are very real. And a lot of this pain has also come from emotional avoidance, Virgo. Because we see here that this guy, he's purposely not putting his feet in the water. Okay, so this is emotional avoidance. So you really want to make sure you're balancing that out, because this is a 10 energy as well. So the pain it's ending. Okay, is what I was gonna say. Right here we have the Nine of Swords in the beginning of the month. You know, pain was in mental pain, mental anguish, all of that. It was quite new and it's gonna be there for a while, but then we finally reach in the middle. We go away from that pain. So this is just an underlying energy, all right? So there is some type of pain underneath. You want to express your pain, Virgo, this month in December. And you can even use this pain, you know, certain pain that you've been through this year, certain things that you did out of pain, some of your lowest moments, all right? And there's so much healing. Okay, look what cards I just pulled for you subconsciously. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups. And underneath that, Leo. The Sun card, the Strength card. You guys are so strong. So strong. Right? You can even be strong enough for two people. There's the Lovers. So there's lots of new love coming in for you guys. A lot of reflection. So much justice coming in at the end of the month for you with this Justice card. But I love this. You're going to heal in a new direction. Okay? But going back to this Ten of Swords, I just pulled that so that you know what happens after this pain is over, right? You can't get much more pain than this. Okay? And you're not alone in your pain. You're not. An angel is never alone. So you want to express your pain. You want to even value your pain to a certain degree. And some of this pain can even help you create or celebrate in a way. It's like these cards are like turning this pain into something that can be beautiful. Pain can turn into a beautiful painting, or sometimes when we accomplish pain, we're celebrated. Like, you went through this, you've accomplished all these pain, all this backstabbing. Well, now we're gonna celebrate. All right, and just know that all of this pain that you went through, Virgo, it was in divine timing. Okay. It was in divine timing. This is the 19 of Swords. Alright? So I'm seeing that you have a lot of heavy pain. You know, this is the pain that you felt in 2017. But it was all in divine timing. Some of that pain made you grow. Some of that pain made you realize things. Some of that pain was a lesson. And you're stronger now because of it. Okay, and you want to believe in yourself even when you feel like this. You want to believe in yourself, and you definitely want to allow love into your heart, you know, and you don't want to become a person like this just because you've been through this. All right, you're not the Knight of Swords, Virgo. You're the Page of Pentacles. You're the Emperor. You're the Queen of Wands. All right, so you want to ask for a sign. You know, if you find yourself in pain this month, ask for a sign. Ask the universe to tell you why the hell this is happening. The universe will talk to you. It'll tell you. You just have to see things in a different way. You know, there was some give and there was some take here. You lost some, you gained some. And you're the only one that has authority over your life. You're the only one who can pick yourself back up when you've been treated like this. You can't wait for the same people that put those swords in your back to come help and heal you because they wanted you dead. They thought you'd never rise again. Well, it's time to rise again, Virgo. And you're going to rise higher than you ever have before, love. As the emperor. As the emperor with no authority over yourself. Or no authority over you. But all the authority over yourself. You're going to have a lot of self-authority. And what does that mean? You're going to have self-control. Whereas here, it seems as if someone else was controlling you and manipulating you and taking and giving whenever they wanted to. Well, you've seen the light. And now you've stepped into your true power at the end of the month. Maybe this month felt a lot like you didn't have the authority in your life. Like there was a lack of control. And I know that would piss Virgo off. So you have control here again. The world is in your hands. And you have control at the very end of the month. And you have even more self-control when you self-reflect. Okay, Virgo? So those are some very, very powerful messages there for you. And you can use this self-reflection and this Ace of Wands to apply to this situation as well. Alright? So that was how the Ten of Swords can be related. This is an underlying energy. So it has to do with all these. You know? You can set yourself free and jump away. Take flight away from all that pain, right? And start a new journey of power. Be the emperor of your own pain. You can self-reflect on the pain that you've felt. The Ace of Cups really wants to come out for you. And it's because I'm going to put this Ace of Cups in strength with this energy, okay, Virgo, and as a way to help send you energy. So strength is the new underlying energy for you. And that's where I'm going to leave this. Strength. And you are not alone in your strength either. It takes strength to self-reflect. Whoops. So you're not alone. You can express yourself. You know, you can create a situation where you're not alone. And in the moments that you are alone or that you feel alone, it's in divine timing. You have to believe in yourself enough to know that you're not alone and to allow certain love in your life. Ask for a sign so the universe can show you that you're not alone. Okay? So Virgo, that was your reading for December. I hope it was helpful and relatable. I'm probably going to watch all these videos back sometime soon because when I channel, I just kind of channel the message. It's not that I don't know what I'm saying. It's just I feel that there's a certain element that is assisting me in these messages, okay? It's definitely spirit, all right? And I hope it was relatable. I would love for you guys to comment below. Anything, any questions, any, you know, feedback in any type of way. Honestly, I appreciate it all. Even thumbs down, even negative comments. Like, I just appreciate it. I do. And it lets me know where I can improve, you know. So if you have any, you know, you guys are great analyzers. So if you made it to the end of this video, oh, thank you if you did, Virgo. Because I know not many of you have 2 hours to just sit and listen to a video. But if you're a Virgo who needed to hear my messages, I trust that you did. And I'd love your feedback, Virgo. You're my opposite sign. I would love to hear what it is that I do good or that I could change or anything like that. But I did my best because these are very powerful energies. And we are coming up on the end of a year, so I wanted the readings to be a little bit longer. I wanted them to be a little bit more meaningful and helpful. So it didn't bother me to sit here for an extra half hour or whatever it is. My readings usually are an hour anyways. So Virgo. I don't know when you're watching this video. I'm going to have them uploaded hopefully on the 15th. So, there's a little bit of December left after that. And I really want you guys to enjoy the rest of it and come into your power. I think this is about coming into your power and coming into your own inner strength. All right? And it could even be emotional strength. But I see you guys really as fiery characters. You know, that groundedness. You're going to ground your own passion, kind of. It's been a hell of a year. But we made it. And I'm so excited to discover what it is that waits beyond the realm in 2018. I mean, it's just crazy. It's so crazy that it's already 2018. But I'm ready to embrace it, and I'm very excited. So I hope you are too, Virgo, and I hope these energies helped you a little bit to see maybe how the year was for you, some of the things you've been struggling with, some of the things that you've succeeded in overcome. And other than that, have a great rest of 2017. Have a great rest of December. Have a beautiful time. Keep the energies positive, you guys, because I love you guys so much. And I know Virgo sometimes can deal with darker energies as angels. So I just want you to know that I know that about you guys, and that I appreciate the hard work that you do for this world. All right, Virgo. I guess I'll talk to you guys next year. Bye.